I come from South London. I've spent basically my entire life living in the South. So coming up to Cranmer was a big move away, and I came with my wife and my little boy Benjamin.
I'm Steph and I'm a first year here at Cranmer Hall, and I was selected and recommended for ordination. So myself and my husband and 2 children, we made the commitment to be at Cranmer Hall for my ordination training.
My name is Julius. I'm a Nigerian. I did part of my discernment in Trinity Church, Lyon, because I'm sponsored by the diocese in Europe to come to study theology here.
I'm really local to Durham, and that has meant that I get the bus daily into Cranmer.
For me, I live in accommodation. I then have like a 10-minute walk into college.
Well, I live in the main college building, so my daily life revolves around the college. Breakfast, then from breakfast to chapel, morning prayer.
Before heading off that to our own separate ways, I may have lectures in the morning, and in between that I may be doing some work, some reading for essays, and then throughout that day, nearly every day, there's something Cranmer related where we get to spend a lot of time with the community. Whether for us it's taking our little boy to all-age service, or maybe it's doing like discipleship group or college communion. There's a lot at Cranmer where you are involved with people together as a community. That is a lot of fun. It's a real blessing as well.
So I came to Cranmer with my family, my 2 children and my husband. The children have really felt able to come along to things like all-age worship. They've also made some wonderful friends with fellow students and staff that has really enabled them to flourish.
Cranmer Hall is built around community life, so it's not just about you living alone, it's about all of us together. Sometimes we have stress just like any other family would have, but the most important thing is that we learn and we love and we work together. Family life, community life is the foundation of Cranmer Hall.
Cranmer actually offers a different pathway that I'm on at the moment, which means that you get to do the university degree and then a master's in your 3rd year, where you will learn lots of really good scholarly theology, which is really valuable in ministry. But also the fact that you then get to the Cranmer Masters at the end means you get a real practical basis and foundation before heading off into ministry.
I have to do a whole range of things. Some of them are introductory, some of them are a bit formational, but you find a connection between all of them. One of the modules we do is mission and evangelism, which is just to explore what mission is and how we as the present church can connect with what God is doing.
This year I've really enjoyed studying theology for the first time, and within mission and evangelism, really studying the theology behind why as a people of God we are called and sent by God to be the mission in the world has been really life-giving.
One of the most important things about college is the prayer life. Prayer is kind of the fundamental things a minister has to do. And I think that is why Cranmer Hall emphasizes personal devotion, prayer in groups, and even college prayer. Because if you don't learn the discipline now, it is quite easy to lose focus. Our day starts with the morning prayer. Then we have discipleship groups where students pray, we discern, we study the Bible together.
There's been a lot of opportunity for me to grow personally in faith, while also being around others and being enabled to disciple them. And that has been really enabled through things such as our discipleship groups or in more formal setting in discussions and lectures. But ultimately, while we're here, we're constantly thinking about how we can become more like Christ. One of the things I've had the opportunity to do is visit a church very different to the one that I was sent from. But it has been so wonderful to see that church and how that church ministers to the people, and seeing it in a very different context and understanding that there is space in the Church of England for the breadth and diversity. And I've been really thankful that I've been able to see and experience and learn from others that are different.
For me, coming from the south, coming to the northeast and being on placement in East County Durham has really helped me see how ministry happens in a very different cultural context, and just learning how to get the message of Jesus across in a way that people understand and how to do that in many different contexts has been a real blessing of being at Cranmer.
So I believe that Cranmer Hall is preparing me for mission, whether in England or in the European continent or beyond. And my hope is that when I leave here, I will be fully equipped as a minister of God.
For me, I'm really hoping Cranmer will prepare me for going into the Church of England, for understanding the breadth that I'll be ministering into, to disciple people in their journey.
My hope is to help enable others to see the love of Jesus through the work that I can go on and do. And I know that the skills and gifts that I'm learning while here, the gifts that I didn't know I had when I arrived, will enable me to do that in the future.
For me, I think residential training is so important because it allows you to really immerse yourself in theology. In the sense there are no other distractions on my time. I am given full reign to go and read, full access to a wide range of resources on a daily basis, full access to a community that is around me where I'm learning. It means that I am able to really focus on getting that theological basis, which I believe is so essential for an effective ministry. And I believe that residential training is absolutely the best place where you're going to get that grounding to prepare you for your ministry.
I would describe Cranmer Hall as the place to be. It's a place where you find family, joy, and Durham itself is a beautiful place. It's a place to be. Just come along.